According to reports, the Federal Executive Council has approved 2.3 trillion naira stimulus recommended by the Nigerian Economic Sustainability Plan headed by our Vice President. The plan will support the Nigerian economy in the face of disruptions and challenges of COVID-19 pandemic. The goals of this stimulus are to create jobs, put money into the economy, hopefully stop it from slipping into recession, and support small businesses and prioritize local content. Joining us on the show is a Senior Special Assistant to the President on Public Affairs, Ajuri Ngelale. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
Good morning to you, ladies. Thank you very much for having me. I'm here.
Good. And we also have the Senior Partner, KPMG, Wale Ajayi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm happy to join.
Good to have you. Let me start with Wale this morning because we are almost on the same page as regards to why the government would approve 2.3 trillion at this time. What do you make of this loan, especially at this critical time where we're not making enough revenue as a country? Do you think it's a good time to get this loan?
The simple answer to that is that it is yes, this is a stimulus package. I think it's something that is laudable and that everyone should support. But as usual, the question we need to worry ourselves with the accountability. How do we ensure that the plan delivers on its promise?
How do we measure the KPI? How do we measure the effectiveness of this money? What would be the expectations Nigeria should have? That we're hoping that if we put this 10 billion naira inside this industry, they will generate so and so amount of money or retain so and so amount of. What exactly are the KPIs? Anjuri, please, can you help us?
In terms of the specific breakdowns, the founding ethos is essentially to say we're going to rebuild this country across sectors using 100% indigenous Nigerian companies, employing 100% indigenous Nigerian labor, using 100% indigenous Nigerian raw materials, so that you're not just creating the direct jobs in the plan, but you're also creating indirect jobs that can multiply throughout the economy because you're sourcing only Nigerian raw materials, for example. Now, you're looking predominantly at agriculture, housing, power, digital outsourcing, and alternative energy sources. I'm going to start from agriculture because that's where you're going to get the maximum amount of jobs. So now, in agriculture, the state governments have worked with us to agree to give the federal government between 20,000 hectares and 100,000 hectares of land, each state, so that in exchange, federal government will now employ millions of young Nigerians to execute an unprecedented land clearing and cultivation scheme. Essentially, what it entails is we take the land provided by the states across all local governments, and then our young people clear it and cultivate it, not just for the sake of keeping them engaged, but we're targeting high-value export commodities. Those things that will earn us high rates of foreign exchange on the international export market. What am I talking about? Cocoa, beef, dairy, those areas that we have neglected now for 40, 50 years, we're going back to them. In housing, what has been the systemic problem? You will have a situation where, of course, state governments constitutionally have the mandate over land use. So if you want to go and if you're a housing developer, private sector housing developer, you go to the state government, go through the state Ministry of Lands, you have to pay somebody a bribe. By the time you pay the bribe, you've paid money, you now get the land, you now have to find all the money to build the housing estate. So by the time you now are looking for the Nigerian homeowner to buy the house, you're expecting them to cough up 30, 40, 50 million naira at once because we don't have a legitimate mortgage housing, mortgage lending scheme. What's going to happen is that within the next 12 months, these are the KPIs you asked about. Within the next 12 months, we are going to build 300,000 houses. How does it break down? 400 houses per local government, times 774 local government areas of this country. That is over 300,000 houses within 12 months. The way we are going to do it is we are going to bring all Nigerian artisans, plumbers, carpenters, you name it. They're going to form small and medium-scale cooperatives within all the local government areas of the country. And we're going to standardize all of the items that are going to be used to construct these standardized houses. So in effect, all of the door handles, all of the window panes, all of the minor elements that make up a house, you're going to get the same one in Gombe that you will get in Port Harcourt, the same one you'll get in Lagos. Everywhere they'll be using the same one. We're going to use a warehousing agent that is going to oversight the construction of all of these houses from the contractors, who are going to be Nigerian contractors using Nigerian labor. We're going to offtake these houses, and then we're going to have, the CBN is going to intervene to offtake the houses, and then sell them directed at the middle class and lower income households in this country, so that we buy the houses and then offer mortgage rates of like on a pay to own basis of between 25 and 35,000 naira a month until they own the house, because each house is going to be valued at between 2 million and 4 million naira. So they're going to be affordable houses for our people. And we're going to ensure that no big man will come and buy up all the houses and try to sublet them.
You've heard everything Ajiru has been saying, and BC asked the question of how realistic it is. And I'd like you to respond to that.
I think, like I said, I mean, the plan itself is very laudable in terms of the objective that it seeks to achieve. And I've also talked about why we need to have that plan. Because of the decline that we witnessed, the challenges that have been posed by COVID-19. But when you look at the plan, it looks good on paper. And unfortunately, I mean, Nigerians are right to express their skepticism. Okay, these are things that you need to do within 12 months. And the question, of course, is how far can we go? So we've had experiences where we've not been able to deliver on our promise. So when I look at the economic sustainable plan, it looks good on paper. But the question is, can we actually get this done within 12 months?
You can watch Your View on TVC every Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Nigerian time on DSTV channel 418, GoTV channel 27 and channel 47, Star Times channel 121 and channel 307, Play TV channel 801 and channel 190, UHF 49, Sky channel 515 for UK viewers. Watch live on Facebook at TVC Connect and on our website tvcentertainment.tv/livestream.